So welcome to week 3 and congratulations for your persistence and hard work in this class. And by now you should be pretty familiar with the layout of this book. One of each of these 5 views of Christian counseling is presented in each chapter. And then the rest of that particular chapter is reserved for the other 4 views to critique the main view of that chapter that you're reading this week. I have tried to kind of diagram this out for you so you can see how it actually works and what the intentions are of this particular outline of the 5 views of Christian counseling. At the very top layer here, you'll see the primary view. Well, we're in week 3, so we are now into the 3rd view. Our first week was the levels of explanation view. Our second week was the integration view. And the week we're going to be studying this time, we'll be studying the Christian psychology view. With each one of these primary views being presented in each chapter, you'll also see the critiques by the other different views. These are Christian authors critiquing other viewpoints. I think it's a very helpful way to do research and to think about your own outlook on counseling. Your learning objectives this week are really fairly simple. At the conclusion of this week, you should be able to identify the 2 steps that are involved in developing a Christian psychology that accurately describes the psychological nature of human beings as understood according to historic Christianity. And also, the second objective is for you to be able to explain the major counterpoints of the 4 differing arguments. I have some additional readings for you this week, in addition to the chapter that's assigned to you in your syllabus and on Brightspace. I have an article entitled Christian Psychology: An Introduction to Biblical Analysis. I think you'll find this very interesting. Secondly, I've got an article that was presented in Happiness, the Science of Subjective Well-Being. I think you'll also find this very interesting, as the whole subject of, quote, happiness, end quote, is being investigated and researched quite thoroughly today. The third thing is a chapter that I wrote in a book published in 2008, and it's presented for you here in PDF form, and it's simply called The Need to Love Yourself. And your writing assignments are basically the same as you've had in week 1 and week 2. Be sure and read your instructions in Brightspace very carefully. And in regard to your writing assignment 3.1, be sure and look at the sample paper I've provided for you for the way I want this paper structured. That sample paper is provided for you in week 1 of your Brightspace. And don't forget, this is the week that you need to submit your research paper abstract and your outline for your research paper. In Brightspace and on your syllabus, I've provided for you links that will help you to understand how to provide an abstract and an outline in APA format. I really appreciate your hard work up to this point, and I want to remind you this is the middle of our course. It's the third week of our 5-week course. Don't give up. Don't let up. Don't slow up. Just keep hanging in there. Be persistent and do your best work. Thank you.